So the GOP primary of 2016 is now effectively over. Cruz has stepped aside last night, Kasich today, and it's cleared the field for Donald Trump to go to the convention, the nominated winner. And this is something that was been a long time coming, really. It's the only way that it could have ended up. I mean, a lot of people on the Cruz side said that Trump didn't understand the rules, and Trump supporters didn't understand the rules, and that Cruz was playing by the rules. Well, apparently he played the game too well, and that was his undoing. A lot of people thought that the fix was in Wisconsin. Left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. But what really was the turning point in all of this was the voterless elections in Colorado and in Wyoming. To think that entire states were going to hand their delegates over to Ted Cruz without even letting the people of the state vote on it, it left a sour taste in everybody's mouth across the country. It really opened up our eyes as to what happens in the political process behind closed doors, because we haven't seen this happen before. It's just something that has always been behind the door. I've never known that kind of thing happened. I think a lot of people didn't know it either. And like I said, Cruz played the game very well, and that was really his undoing. And what really sealed the deal, what really got Cruz to the point where he jumped the shark and pretty much ended his own campaign, is these backroom deals to try and steal the delegates that Donald Trump already won in states like South Carolina and Arizona. That pissed a lot of people off. And what happened was there was a backlash. Trump won big in his home state, and people said, well, it's his home state. He won 90 out of 95 delegates. That was not a home court advantage. That was a shellacking. Then the following week, on Super Tuesday, he won 5 out of 5 states, winning every county in every state. The voters were pissed. Cruz said he was going to make a stand in Indiana. Didn't work out so well. I'd just like to say that I know the Cruz supporters are disappointed today, and that's understandable. Anytime you back a candidate and it doesn't work out, it's going to sting for a little while. But you got to console yourself with the reality that this really isn't over until November. And we have a common enemy. Whatever it is you think you don't like about Donald Trump, I can assure you there are many more things to not like about Hillary Clinton. If she gets elected and she names the next Supreme Court justice, she will fuck this country up for the next 30 years. If she gets to name 2 Supreme Court justices during her tenure as president, she will create changes that are undoable in America. The social engineering that they've been pushing on us will just be the end of our country as we've known it. So you Never Trump guys, you got to drop that hashtag, and you got to start to work with the Never Hillary hashtag. We all got to work together. We're all Republicans, and we want a Republican in the White House in November. Well, actually next January, but in November we need to win. We have a grand opportunity here. This is the first time in history that somebody who's not a politician is got a pretty damn good shot at winning the White House. It's going to change things for the better for a very long time. Donald Trump is unencumbered by any favors. There's no tether between him and any special interest groups, super PACs, Wall Street. He doesn't owe favors. He doesn't owe anybody. He's going to go to work on the first day, and he works for us, and his only debt is to the American people. He knows it, and we know it. And all you Never Cruz folks, You really got to, get over it. I know it sucks, but you got to come on board. We need you. We need Cruz to support Trump. We need Cruz supporters to vote Trump. And we need to make sure that Hillary Clinton does not become our next president. We need the Trump train to hit her and hit her hard and make sure that we send her off into retirement and we never hear from her ever again. This is what we got to do. Because if she gets elected, it's all over. This country will change in a way that will never be fixable. If Trump gets elected, he'll make good on his promises. We're going to build a wall. We're going to fix our broken immigration system. We're going to fix our economy. We're going to get jobs back from China. We're going to fight back against China so they can stop sucking jobs and money out of our country. And not only should we make Mexico pay for the wall, we should make Mexico pay for the cost of repatriating their people back to their country, because this was all they're doing. They don't have any presence on their border with us. They literally let anybody cross who wants to. They could try to interdict drugs if they wanted to, but they don't want to. They could stop the flow of migrants if they wanted to, but they don't want to. And because they caused this crisis, this humanitarian crisis in our country, we should make them pay for it. Every single person that's deportable, that's indigent and can't pay for it out of their own pocket, we bill it to Mexico. We make them pay for it. And if they don't write a check, it comes out of the bottom line in our trade deals somewhere along the line. Has to be. You saw what happened in Costa Mesa last week. Angry mobs of Chicanos waving Mexican flags, setting fire to cop cars, and throwing rocks at Trump supporters, American Trump supporters. Every single one of them needs to be tossed over the wall onto the other side, and the walls needs to be tall enough to make sure that they never come back. So, again, I congratulate Donald Trump on a hard-fought campaign. It wasn't easy. There were a lot of anxious moments. There were times when Trump supporters felt maybe it was slipping away. But, a hard-fought campaign is only going to make him tougher in November. He's going to be a better candidate against Hillary after going through this bruising campaign. Hillary is still not the candidate of the Democrat Party yet, because Bernie is not going to step aside. That strengthens us. He's going to fight right down to the last day, right up to the Democrat convention, and there's going to be dissent on the floor of their convention. We're not going to have that. We have a candidate that we're going to coalesce behind. When we go to the convention, we're going to know who our candidate is, who that candidate's running mate is, and we're not going to battle each other on the convention floor like a bunch of fucking savages. We're going to do this in a dignified manner, in an honorable way, in the best traditions of the GOP, and we're going to win in November. Now, for all you never Trump folks who are still adamant that you won't vote for him, I can feel your pain, and if you're that adamant about it, you should really leave the GOP. I had made my mind up a while ago that if Trump was not the nominee, I was going to leave, and I meant it. And if he wasn't the nominee, I was going to register as an independent or with another party. Since it's worked out for my candidate, I'm going to stick around for a while. But if you really feel like you can't vote for Trump and he's the candidate chosen by your party, you should really think about switching parties. And anybody who's a higher up in the GOP, lawmakers, any of the big wigs, if you don't support Trump, you need to be purged from the party. You made him sign an agreement. That agreement was tailor-made because he entered this race. A loyalty agreement like that has never been put forth, as far as I can remember, ever before. Well, he won on your terms, playing by your rules, and now you have to honor those rules as well, and you have to support him. And if you don't, you need to get out of the GOP. Go join another party. Because we need to win in November. We cannot let Hillary Clinton be our next president. That can't be allowed to happen. So let's all get on the Trump train and let's use it to run Hillary over.